Hello Darts Nuts, I'm just going to review the 180 Chameleon darts. These are the Coral 24-gram version. As you can see, it comes in a slimline box. It's got the Chameleon logo and the picture. I'll just read on the back of the box what it says. This range is made from our best VHD tungsten, and the precision of turning is identical to all the top tournament darts we manufacture. The elegant colouring is not painted but oxidized, which does not simply rub off. The surface is metallic and the feel is the same as for the non-oxidized barrels. I think what oxidized means is that the colour effect on the barrels is embedded into the metal, so it should be a hard wearing effect. It shouldn't rub off through use. Let me get the package opened. These retail for $49.99. It's just a new range that's come out from 180. Comes in the solly box, as most of the 180 darts are supplied. A lot of people say they don't like the solly box because it warps the flights, but from what I've noticed, the flights can get warped when you first buy the darts, probably because they've been stored for quite some time from leaving the factory. They could have been inside here for a few weeks, but when I've tried putting in a fresh set, if you're only going to be in there for, say, I don't know, 30 minutes or so while you're travelling to your club or your pub or wherever you play darts, then chances are they're not going to warp. Yeah, I think it's only when they're left stored in, but I suppose it's something that people should be aware of, I guess. So you've got your solly box and your 3 darts, obviously, and these darts come with the standard shape Gladiator flights. This is the Spartan version. It says on Spartan, and also it's got the new 180 Proplast stems, a new stem from 180, quite a tough stem. And then you've got these rather attractive looking barrels with the coloured effect. I don't know how well you can see it on the camera, but it shows up like different colours as the light glints on it in different positions. Alright, here's a quick close look at the Chameleon Coral 24-gram darts. As usual, all the 180 darts are handmade to a high standard, so they're all checked before they leave the factory, so there shouldn't be any defects at all, really. One thing I do like about the 180 darts is they always have a nice smooth transition from the point to the barrel. So I don't know how well you can see it on the camera, but it's a really smooth edge there. Well, you can't really feel any pronounced lip, so there's no need for things like trident cones or anything like that. Obviously the main selling point of these darts is the iridescent type of colour what the barrel is coated with, or as it says on the box, oxidized. I don't really know how well it's showing up on the camera, but as you can see, it's only the middle part of the barrel. The two ends aren't covered, but it kind of changes colour depending on the angle that you have it on the light. It's got quite a range of different colours, like bluey greens and goldy reds and yellows. It's a nice effect, actually. just let you have a look at that for a little bit. Right, I would say that the level of grip for this ringed part on the front and the rear, it's only a medium. The scallop obviously gives you a good datum point for your grip if that's where you like to grip it, so you've got like a little smooth edge there, so that's providing a bit of extra grip. Like I was saying, my natural tendency is to grip it around here, but I'll probably have a throw from the scallop as well. It's always nice and comfortable on the scallop parts, but it depends on where it is and whether you get away with it, because sometimes I find I can catch the edge if I don't release it well enough. But that's just me not being good at releasing, I guess. So there's your 180 Pro Plus stems, and you've got your Spartan flight. I don't know if you can see what I mean by about the solid box. It kind of warps the ends of the flights, so you've got like an S shape. Well, I think it only happens when the flight's been stored in for a long time. So, but that's the effect that it has. Whether that's a big problem to you, I don't know. Some people like everything to be perfectly straight and angled. I'll have to do a proper experiment just to see how long a flight needs to be in before that happens. But these stems feel quite strong actually. Got a bit of flex to them, but they feel like strong material. So there you go, I'll put a detailed close-up now with all the measurements. So that's the Chameleon 24-gram coral dart. Right, here's the detailed look at the Coral 24-gram darts. It's got a 26mm point, and then there's a smooth tapered nose of 12.4mm, and then there's a ring section of the barrel of 9.1mm. This is also the widest part of 7.1mm, and then it goes into the smooth scallop, which is 8mm wide, and then there's another ring section of 9.1mm, and then it tapers slightly to the rear of the barrel with a smooth section of 11.5mm. Overall length is 50.1mm. Alright, that was a close look at the Coral 24-gram. I'm just going to measure the weight of the barrels now and compare them. That's 23.98 grams. — 23.92. And that's 24.12. And the full weight of the setup as it comes is 26.02 grams. So they're all pretty close. There's only about a tenth of a gram difference, well, less than a tenth I would have thought. Do a measure of the barrel. 50.11 millimeters. Looking at the shape of it, the thickest part looks somewhere near the front. That's 7.16. Towards the rear it goes a bit slimmer, so it's 6.78 there, and the middle of the scallop part is 6.3. So it looks to be a front weighted dart to me. Let's check the balance point. It's going to be a bit awkward with the scallop section because it'll probably be harder to balance it there on here, but I think it's going to be slightly to the front in any way. I would say it's definitely towards the front. There's more of the barrel showing over this end, so it's a front weighted barrel. Let's see, it should move around about the scallop area. Yeah. So with the setup as it comes, with what look like medium size stems and standard flight, the balance is almost exactly in the center where the scallop is, so that's probably what you would expect really. Obviously as you change the length of the stem, the balance point will shift again. Alright, so that's your 180 Chameleon Coral 24-gram darts. An attractive looking dart with a nice comfortable scallop. So let's give them a throw and see how they go. Alright then, I'm just going to have a few throws with the 180 Chameleon Coral 24-gram darts. I'm just holding the dart on the front ring part. I would normally grip it just in between the smooth nose and the rings, but my thumb is more or less exactly on the full amount of the rings at the front. So I'm just going to have a few throws there and then I'll try from the scallop. Quite a nice, comfortable, easy dart to throw. I do like the smooth bit on the nose of the dart. Right, I'm just going to have a few throws from the scallop section, so right in the middle of the barrel. Feels a little bit weird for me holding it there. Let's see if I can get the hang of it. Quite thin on this scallop part. I think that's what is making it feel weird for me, apart from the position. The one thing about this scallop part is you've got this like front edge to push against, so it gives you a little bit of extra forward thrust. The darts are very comfy to hold, they really release out your fingers nice. Alright, that's your 180 Chameleon Coral 24-gram darts. A lovely looking dart. It's a nice easy dart to throw. Releases from your fingers very smoothly. Not really sure whether it's got a specific person that it would suit. It's, if you like to hold it in the middle, then the scallop is quite a nice feel, but it suits me just on the front as well, and it'll probably suit people that like to grip it on the rear. So it's quite a versatile dart, I think. And this smooth section on the front is very nice. When I'm holding it on the ring part there, I like to rest my finger just here. It just feels nice and smooth. So there you go, that's the end of the review. Thanks for watching.